Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Trambakam yajamahe, Sugandhim pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiva bandhanan, Mrityurmukshiyamamrutat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti. Good morning. Dasara is coming nearer. You can hear the sounds. So our idea of celebrating a festival is this now. So people are desperately looking for a drop of happiness. They don't know where to look for. Ananda Anveshana. Kahan milta hai? Malum nahi. So desperately. Recently, the Ganesh festival also we had witnessed. Huge high decibel sound, DJ, cinema songs, and then dance, right? So they have not been thought actually where to search for true happiness. People have lost the ability to stay with themselves. You just close your eyes and be in yourself. That has been the message throughout the ages from our rishis and sages. The highest happiness is within, but you are not able to turn inward. Antarmukudu avalakapotanu. That's the problem. Because your senses, they drag you out. The eyes want to see, the ears want to hear, the tongue wants to taste, the skin longs for the experience of touch. And the olfactory sense knows wants to smell. How much you want to smell? Unlimited. How much you want to see? No limit. The more you want to see, the more there is a longing to see. So this is the problem. This is slavery. ఇదొక రకమైన బానిసత్వం. So you need to come out of this kind of slavery. That's why yoga is preached in this country. The whole world understands that India is the land of yogis, but we have given up those traditions. And that's why all this desperation. Desperately seeking, looking for a drop of happiness from things outside. But you won't get it because it's not there. You will only get exhausted. You will get tired. You will innervate yourself. Swami said, don't enter into a theater, Vivekananda said. Because it's an innervating entertainment, because it weakens your nerves over a period of time. It doesn't strengthen you, but rather it weakens you. You'll become a spent force. So I'm not saying that you should avoid and you should give up all this. The young people, I know that you have this, you want to explore life, you want to enjoy life. But what is the real enjoyment? You're all seeking happiness. Where we'll have to seek? Be clear with regard to that. Where our philosophers have searched for it, our mystics have searched for it, our yogis and sages have searched for it. So today it's a democratic country. The problem is, you can have that kind of enjoyment. In the process, you may be disturbing your neighbor and others around. But that sense is not there. But even this Ganesh festival time also, when you are making such a huge sound, there are heart patients around, right? Definitely, in every colony today, there are heart patients. People who are, sensitive to high sounds. But no sensitivity. You can enjoy your life the way you want. But when you are in a group, when you are in a society, when you are in a city like this, you have some responsibility towards your fellow citizens. Whether my seeking of joy through this process, is it disturbing others? If it disturbs others, I should not do that, right? A responsible citizen at least should think that much. But India is a democratic country. You can't say to people, particularly, you can't get it enforced. Though there are laws, you can't even get it enforced. After 10 o'clock in the night, you can't play DJ. There is a law, but you can't get it enforced. Police are afraid because it has to be done through people in power, basically politicians. Because today they are afraid of every group. Somebody who is in politics is afraid of every group because he can't afford to antagonize any group. ఏ గ్రూప్తో కోపం వచ్చినా నాకు ఆ ఓట్లు పడవు. So they don't want to touch any group, right? All people are well organized now. So you can't enforce things on anybody in a democratic country. It's a kind of like that it has become in our country. So sometimes I wonder whether actually democracy is the right form of government. We need the opposite of it is there are dictators. That is also another evil. Democracy is one kind of evil also in this way. Too much of freedom is no good. I think you agree. Freedom మీద కూడా కొన్ని రెస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ పెట్టాలి. That's why actually we have to create enlightened citizens. Our Gurudeva Swami Ranganathan used to say enlightened citizenship, where you have rights and responsibilities also. While you have the full freedom to enjoy your rights, you have certain responsibilities towards your fellow human beings, towards your fellow countrymen. Today we are only talking about rights. What about your duties? What about your responsibilities? So that also, as an educated man, you are supposed to think how much liberty I can take, how much freedom I can enjoy. So then you are a really educated human being. Then you are an enlightened citizen, okay, a matured citizen of a country. Then only a mature democracy will come. Otherwise, a namesake democracy, it's a nascent democracy. Okay, it's only a nascent democracy. Still, we have to evolve. The fully, evolved democracy is yet to come. That will come only when through education you create enlightened citizens. Citizens, those who are equally conscious of their rights and duties and responsibilities. పౌరసత్వ బాధ్యతలు ఎరిగిన వాళ్ళ హక్కులతో పాటు వాళ్ళ బాధ్యతలు కూడా ఎరిగినటువంటి పౌరులను ఎప్పుడైతే మనం సృష్టిస్తామో సిటిజన్స్ని, అప్పుడు ఒక పరిపూర్ణమైనటువంటి ప్రజాస్వామ్యాన్ని సాధించినట్లు అవుతుంది. ఎ మెచ్యూర్ డెమోక్రసీ, ఇవాల్వ్డ్ డెమోక్రసీ, fully ripe democracy, which we are actually a nascent democracy. We are evolving, of course. Democracy is a great form of governance. At the same time, it has its limitations. We need to understand. Too much of freedom is not good, but at the same time, see, yeah, we are not seeking, some monarchy or autocratic rulers because there are so many other countries and civilizations which are suffering the rule of autocrats. So democracy is the best form of government that could ever conceive of. At the same time, if you don't create enlightened citizens, democracy will become a source of trouble also. What are the other problems and troubles involved in democracy? Some things like, last time also I told, some of the evils like today in America, some of the states have legalized consumption of marijuana. Marijuana is a kind of drug. Some of the states have legalized the consumption of drug. Why? Because so many people are taking. So if I have to put a law and I have to punish them by law, then so many people will be in jail. If you criminalize consumption of the drug, so many people have to be put behind bars. That government cannot do in a democratic country. So because they want the support of the majority people. So the evils get legalized. That's what I'm saying. Today, most of the people also not are talking about corruption or reading out of corruption. 10, 15 years back, politicians would promise. You would see these promises, you would hear these promises from politicians. We will give you a clean administration. Promise. They would never be able to give that clean administration. అంటే అవినీతి రహిత రాజ్యాన్ని పాలన మీకు అందిస్తామని ఒక ప్రామిస్ చేసేవాడు 15 years బ్యాక్. అవినీతి లేనటువంటి పాలన. Now actually they are not even making the promise. Why? Because anyway they know that it's not possible. It's not possible. They are not even giving the promise. And also sometimes, most of the time, they themselves are corrupt. So I don't have the moral right to say that I will give you, okay? Probably for that reason, they are not even giving the promise. Similarly, in the same way, things which majority do, they tend to become law, okay? They tend to become institutionalized. They tend to become legalized. That's what I'm saying. In America, in some of the states, the marijuana is legalized. The drug it is. Once it becomes legalized, means that's all. You can consume anywhere and anywhere, and you're not penalized for that. And then your efficiency will go down. You will become a liability to your family and the society. The quality of the human being will go down. These are some of the disadvantages of democracy, I'm saying. Okay? Democracy has its limitations. Autocracy has its limitations. Monarchy has its limitations. Oligarchy has its limitations. But you need to overcome those limitations by understanding. There's no complete governance, a perfect system of governance. Each has its advantages and disadvantages. Each has its positive side and each has its negative side. And you have to see that you have to reduce the negative side and positive side. You have to increase disadvantages. You have to remove an advantage. You have to focus more on. And then you have to create a more stable form of governance. And democracy actually is a beautiful thing, but you have to make experiment with it and evolve. If you don't have that sense, no, democracy, we are the best form of governance. We have the highest freedom, but do we have the strength to digest that freedom? Okay, that also you need to see. Do we have the strength to digest that freedom? Yes, that's what I'm saying, that you are enjoying your rights at the same time you're disturbing others. If more number of such people are created in the society, means that leads to chaos. ఒక రకమైనటువంటి అస్తవ్యస్త పరిస్థితిని క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. Nobody will be able to live happily and peacefully. This reason we need to think. We are like an experimental democracy. We need to make more experiments and we need to evolve and we need to become a mature democracy. That should be the goal of our society. So otherwise, actually, it's everything fine because we have adopted a democratic form of government. So no. See, there are advantages and disadvantages. We have to help the country evolve into a more mature democracy, and that is your responsibility as citizens of the country. So this much for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. And next 2 days, next 2 classes will be holidays. Wish you all a happy Dasara. We will be meeting again on 7th. Okay. Thank you once again.